Hey guys, so I know everybody's really busy and I would love to do an in-person Zoom call with you and kind of see you face to face via your computer or your phone, but not everybody has time for that. So I wanted to kind of put together a quick video that does essentially the same thing and then just let you either text or send me a message on any sort of follow-up questions. So hopefully at this point you have received my very long document on congratulating you into this new journey of being a market partner with Monat. First off, I want to tell you that when I signed up with Monat, I had zero intentions on selling. I used the sample, fell in love with the product. I signed up as a market partner just to get the discount. So when I first signed up with Monat, I really wasted the first couple of months because I had no intentions of selling. Monat gives you the first 3 months that you sign up. It's called a smart start, and that's the rest of the month of you signing up and then the next 2 full months. And they offer you so many discounts and so many, or not discounts, so many opportunities to earn bonuses in the first 3 months. They really want to get you excited and launch your business right away to get you motivated, and they just know that if they can get you motivated and driven and see that money, that it's just so much easier to get you started. When I first signed up, my direct upline, she was very educated, very knowledgeable on the product. She helped me out a lot when I had questions on what I should personally be using on my hair, but she really did not educate me on the business side of Monat. So when I decided to start selling, I started just dropping all of the knowledge that I had accumulated over the last couple of months into a document, and that is what I'm sharing with you guys today. I don't want you to feel what I felt, where I was very overwhelmed in the first couple of months. I essentially felt like I was recreating the wheel. I want this to be as painless and easy as possible and give you all the tools to help you be successful and just be a really great resource on the business side of it. I want you guys to succeed, and that's what this is. So I don't want you to feel like you have to read this entire document, memorize it, know it from front to back. This is a resource for you. I'm going to go through it briefly and just have it be something that you can refer back to as you start getting more confident in what you're doing and knowing the product a lot better. So before you can really know anything about the business of Monat, you have to learn how to use the product. So hopefully you've started with your product pack, exploring the different products. Maybe you've started washing your hair with it. The first thing I want you to know is that this is not a quick fix. Your hair is not Amazon Prime. Your transformation will take more than 2 days. I personally saw a difference right away with just the sample. My hair was silkier, smoother. I could brush it easier. That's not going to be everybody's experience with Monat from the beginning. Some people go through a pretty bad hair detox. I did not when I first started the product. My hair was not that bad in the beginning. And so when I was using the product, it was pretty immediate for me. That's not going to be everybody's story. And so I feel like as you're new to Monat, you're learning about the product. If you have people that you're signing up, just make sure you're very honest with them about that. Some people's hair will get worse before it gets better. A few important things to know with Monat is you will always wash twice. You're always going to shampoo twice, condition once. The first wash that you are going to do, this is where it lifts the gunk and junk out of your hair. And with Monat, we are working kind of, I like to use the reference of like a naturopath versus a medical doctor. Like when you see a naturopath, they are going to work you from the inside out. They're going to see what the core of the problem is, and they're going to fix that. That's what Monat does. We are working from the hair follicle, the scalp, and working its way out. We're going to break through all of those waxes and silicones. We're going to repair the heat tool damage that you've done, the bleaching damage you've done over the last couple, 10, 20 years that you've been, doing all these things to your hair. And so it's not a quick fix. You might have some, changes in the first couple of weeks of, your hair feeling softer, it being shinier. You could go through a hair detox. And so I feel like if that's educated up front, it's not as scary to go through it. When I got my sister, Jamie, she's my market partner, who's selling now. When she first started using the product, she went through a hair detox. And when I was pretty new with Monat, I didn't know that that was really a thing. And so I didn't prepare her for it. So when she went through it, she almost quit using it because I kind of didn't really know to tell her to watch for that. And when she went through it, I didn't really know what to tell her and say, like, this is normal. Sometimes your hair gets worse before it gets better. It's okay. This is temporary. Let's work through it. So everybody's going to have a little bit different of an experience. So I think just educating people on that as well is really important. The first month is definitely going to be the hardest with the business side. I'm going to help you with everything. I'm going to be a resource. I'm going to help you make product recommendations. But I do need you to go in your back office with Monat. So if you log into your website here, if you go to resources, there's Market Partner Academy. And I'm not going to lie, this is really boring. It plays a bunch of videos. It educates you on the product, what to use for what hair types. It teaches you how to be a brand influencer, how to use your social media, everything you need to know. My document's going to really break down a lot of this, but it is really helpful to go through the Market Partner Academy as well and do it in your spare time. Don't feel like you have to sit down and cram it all out in one weekend. Put it on your phone and listen to it when you're commuting to work or school. Put in headphones and play it when you're cleaning your house, whatever. Like, get through it and take the time it's going to take, and that's okay. This email that I'm giving you, use it, refer back to it, but you have an entire team to help you with this. For the first month, I have my market partners just literally copy everything that I do on social media. You see my post, share it. You see my stuff, copy it, do the same thing. Just start to learn about the product. And so the first month is definitely the hardest because that's when you're learning about the product. Basic Monat 101. You are always going to wash twice. You're going to condition once. So a basic Monat wash is you are going to put the shampoo in the palm of your hand. You're going to use about a dime to a nickel size. Our product is really concentrated, so a little is going to go a long way. Most people have to relearn how to shampoo their hair because this is the biggest difference. You might only be getting a 6-ounce condition and an 8-ounce shampoo, but if you wash every day, these products will last you 3 to 6 months. You can't do that with Pantene. You're going to go through a bottle of Pantene in a month. So it's very concentrated. A little goes a long way. You put it in your palm of your hand, you emulsify it, you rub it in your hands, and then you're going to scrub your scalp with your first wash. That first wash is not going to lather a lot. This is cleaning your scalp. This is cleaning your hair. It's lifting the gunk and junk. The second wash is going to lather. So after you wash, you're going to rinse it out really good. You're going to repeat that first step. You're going to put a dime to a nickel size amount in your hand again. You're going to emulsify in your hands, and you're going to rub your scalp again really well. This time you're going to get a really thick whipped cream lather. This is how you know that your hair is clean. This is how you know it's working. You're going to rinse that out thoroughly. You're going to condition one time. Again, with the conditioner, you do not need to do a ton. You, again, just a dime to a nickel size, emulsify it in your hands, and you only condition from your ears down. So you wash your scalp, condition from your ears down, and make sure that you are always rinsing out the product. It's super concentrated. And the first couple of weeks, it might feel waxy. It might feel like you have a lot of buildup in the crown of your head. This is the detox. This is it cleaning out all of those waxes from the previous crap you were putting in your hair. So as long as you know how to wash your hair, you are going to know how to tell people to wash their hair. I actually have a template. I can send you the template. I have a ton of little templates that I keep in my phone. So if somebody asks me a question, I just copy and paste and send it to them. Like, work smarter, not harder. That's why I'm giving you this document. I'll give you all my templates, and you can always refer and ask me questions as well. Your hair is going to have buildup when you switch over to Monat. Your hair might go through a hair detox. So this document's going to go through everything you need to know about detox and shedding. You can read this and refer back to it later. That's okay. So your first piece of homework, I already told you, is log into your back office, start to learn about the products, but do not wait to start your business. You are in Smart Start right now. And depending on when you signed up, you have 3 months to get several bonuses. So this little picture here tells you, like, if you enroll 4 VIPs, you get a $60 bonus. 1 market partner, you get another bonus. If you get 4 VIPs and 1 market partner, that's a block. 3 of those blocks, that's a Mo neighborhood. For every block, you get an extra $210. For every Mo neighborhood, you get $500. So much money to be made in the first couple of months. It's outrageous. Monat wants you to succeed. I want you to succeed. You can work this business as little or as much as you want and be successful. The more you work it, the more successful you're going to be. You can fit this in the nooks and crannies of your day, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. When you are first starting out, as I mentioned before, feel free just to copy whatever you see Jamie doing, whatever you see me doing, as long as you are following reputable sources. I'm a reputable source. Jamie's a reputable source. Sarah Hill, our upline, is a reputable source. Michelle Thompson, anybody in the Champions Facebook group is going to be a reputable source. Anything that's posted in any of these groups is duplicatable. You can copy and paste it. And until you learn about the products, copy and paste away. Nobody in our team is competitive. We are very supportive. We want everybody to succeed. There's enough love to go around. Monat is a new company, but we have no competition. There is nobody doing what we're doing. It's insane. We are a debt-free, family-owned business based out of Miami, Florida, and they have also opened up profit sharing this year. So there's so much money to be made. If somebody were to come to me and say, like when Apple first started or Google first started, hey, if you wanted a piece of that pie and you know that this is going to be a successful thing in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, like, wouldn't you have loved that insight then? I'm giving you that insight now. Like, do the work now. And my direct upline makes 6 figures a month, and she owns her own business, and she works Monat part time and makes 6 figures a month. So I'm here for you. You've got lots of guidance. Start your business now. Learn the education. Being active. This is all we ask of you. Being active requires you to have a social media presence. If you do not have a social media presence right now, start one, because you will not get paid on any sales if you're not active. What is considered being active? It's 200 PV. PV is personal volume, $200 of personal volume. That could be what you buy. That can be what sales you have. That's not very much. That's less than $200 a month. Monat also rewards you. So in the first 4 months, if you are active, they send you a bunch of products. So this kind of set me, it kind of like blindsided me when I was first new, because I had this like order, I was getting these free products and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't buy this. What's going on? And it's Monat giving me things saying, thank you for being active. Thank you for working your business. A couple of different things. So when you start to share, people are going to get interested. You're going to start sharing about Monat. I often hear, I don't want to be that girl. I am not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. I share my experience about Monat. I am not a hair expert. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not going to be spammy. I don't cold message anybody. I share about my experience and my teammates' experience, and then I help you have bomb ass hair if you let me. There are 3 different ways that somebody can buy Monat, and the easiest way to break it down is, do you want to spend money, save money, or make money? First one is spend money. That's retail. That's stupid. Nobody wants to, spend money and pay full price for anything. I do not recommend anybody does retail. Save money. That's being a VIP. Most people are VIPs. That's how they sign up. With being a VIP, you have a one-time $20 fee. It's a lifetime membership. You don't have to pay it again. It's one time. With that $20 fee, you get 15% off of all of your products. You have free shipping with qualified orders, and you get free product. We call it an only for you product with every qualifying order as well. So you get so many products. Monat wants to give you discounts and deals, and they offer extra incentives, and they offer flash sales. They offer all kinds of things. As a VIP, that's kind of middle ground. When you sign somebody up as a VIP, basically this is a commitment of, I like to say, 6-month commitment. Give me 6 months to change your hair. So when you sign somebody up as a VIP, you're going to set up their first order and their second order. The second order, we call that a flex ship. This is not an auto ship. It's different. You do not have to sign up for something to happen every month. You have full control. The only ask of being a VIP, or the only catch of being a VIP, is they want you to place 3 orders in a lifetime. That is it. So when you're first signing up a VIP, you're already placing their first 2 orders. The first order, you're going to do a shampoo, conditioner, and then a styling product. My go-tos are usually, do they blow dry their hair or air dry their hair? If they blow dry it, let's do a heat protectant. If they air dry it, let's do air dry cream. That second order, I always add in an oil. Our oil has over 1,000 drops and over 100 uses. It is the exact dollar amount of a minimum required purchase of $84. That unlocks their 15% off, their free shipping, their free only for you item. And it's just a really good placeholder where you don't have to really think about what to set up their next order. And I recommend it for everybody. So this is just the simplest way to set somebody up as a VIP. I also have templates and I can send you my template of when I set up somebody's cart, on telling them why we have to do a second order, why there's a VIP fee, why I ordered what I ordered, what the only for you product is, why you get it, all of that stuff. I do not want you to have to recreate the wheel. So, being a market partner, that's what I am. That's what you are. People can sign up as a market partner just to get the discount. That's okay. I signed up as a market partner just to get the discount, and I'm selling now. So sometimes you don't know who's going to sell. I just wanted the biggest discount, and that's totally okay. You can get free products with being a VIP and a market partner, but not with the retail. So we can go over that later. Let's see here. So getting the word out about the amazing product. So you have to be a brand ambassador. You have to be an influencer. So I'm not a salesperson. I'm an influencer. I'm an ambassador. I'm sharing my experience. And so I have made the choice to make my social media, both Instagram and Facebook, public. I used to always have it private, super private. So I just had to have a mind switch of making it public and just knowing that I am representing myself as not only a mom, a wife, a postpartum doula, working in reproductive medicine and helping families get pregnant, but I also sell shampoo. And I keep all of those things in mind when I do my posting. I do not spam people with Monat. I sprinkle all the things of my life into posts, and I'm authentic and I just post about myself. But it is a public account, and so I have to be very mindful of who I accept as a friend, what I post about. I try not to post anything too political. I am just very mindful of what it is that I say and how I come across, because I am an influencer. I want to influence people. I want people to trust me. I want to be genuine. I want people to trust what I have to say. So, one thing I have too that kind of keeps everybody in one place is I've set up what's called a link tree. This is what it looks like. This is what my link tree looks like. If you go to my social media, either my Facebook or my Instagram, you're going to see in my bio of both of them, I have a link to my link tree in both of them. This gives them direct access to go to anything I have to offer. So if they want to, if they're interested in Monat, take my hair quiz. That's step one. If anybody is interested in Monat and they express interest to you, get your hair quiz link, save it in your notes in your phone, and just shoot that over to them and say, fill this out. I will tell you that Monat is not really great about giving really good product, product recommendations, but I do really like the questions they ask. And so I say, fill out the hair quiz, but let me set up your cart. When you're first getting started, have them fill out your hair quiz and then screenshot me their quiz results, and I will help you understand what they should be starting out with and why until you start to really learn the products. I always set up my customers' carts for them because, number one, the mobile site is terrible. It's really hard to see your order. You have to use it from a desktop. I've been doing this long enough that I can set it up with my phone. I've found little workarounds, but I will set up their cart, email it to myself, and then forward them that cart and say, finish this out. So I set up the entire order up until the point of them putting in their personal information and credit card information and have them do the checkout. And then that's a good way. And I tell them this expires in an hour. So it kind of puts the time limit of like, I set this up personally for you. Do this in the next hour. Ask me if you have any questions. Trust me, trust my recommendations, and I can help you with those recommendations. So there's a link to my quiz. If they want to try a sample, I am very stingy with my samples. I do not give them out to just anybody. Number one, nothing life-changing is going to happen with the sample. Nobody, well, it did for me. That's what got me my sample, but that's pretty rare. Most people try Monat and they don't really notice a difference. Samples are great for somebody that has like maybe a really sensitive scalp and they want to make sure that they're not going to have like an intolerance to it, or if they have a really sensitive smell allergy and they want to make sure that the smell is not going to be too heavy for them, something like that. Or somebody that I have been talking to, established a really good relationship and they're really just still on the fence, I might give them a sample. But samples are expensive and nothing really life-changing is going to happen off of a sample. But you can direct them if you upgrade your membership to a paying website, which you can get a free website. I do the paying one where they can request their own shampoo and they just have to pay the shipping and it's nothing out of pocket to you. So I'll sometimes do that. They want to enroll as a VIP. If they want to enroll as a market partner, follow me on Facebook, Instagram. I also, have my postpartum doula stuff on here and Stitch Fix link. So if you do multiple things, like Jamie, she has a cleaning business. She might have a link to 503 Clean in her LinkedIn. She could have a link to Iron Horse Garage in there if she wanted to. I prefer to have everybody let me set up their cart though. So that's Linktree. We can help you set that up later, but it is a good way to kind of have that on all of your social media. There's a lot of information in here on shedding because that is going to be, there's haters out there. There's a lot of information, a lot of negative misinformation about hair shedding. And the fact of the matter is there was basically a campaign that happened a few years back where we had a lot of really bad press, and there was a disgruntled hairstylist that said that Monat made her hair fall out, and she photoshopped a bunch of terrible pictures and ended up suing the company. And bottom line is we debunked it all. Every court case that's been put out there, we have won, and there's only been a few, but I did put in all the information you might need to debunk any of those haters. Bottom line is until you get used to just knowing what to say to these people, no matter what you use, no matter what brand you are being an ambassador for, you're going to have haters. And 90% of the time, you're not going to change anybody's mind on that. If they're going to hate, let them hate, move on. You don't want them on your team anyways. Some people are just miseducated and they just need the facts. And so I've given you the tools to give them those facts. So there's a lot of information on just like why people shed. There's a lot of health conditions that can lead to shedding, and then people, start using the shampoo and they want to link it to that. And so there's just a lot of education in this document on that. Social media. So you need to be a social media presence. I am a false extrovert. I am not an extrovert by nature. I force myself to be. I haven't always been very comfortable around people, and it's still a lot of hard work for me, but a lot of people don't realize that about me. My upline, Michelle Thompson, she's a huge introvert, and I had no idea because she's such a extrovert online. She doesn't do events in person because she's a huge introvert, and so she does everything through social media, but she has gotten really good at doing lives. If you guys are comfortable, I urge you to get comfortable doing lives. I started doing my lives on Instagram and Facebook with no makeup on and my hair a mess because I figure if they're going to love me like that, they're going to love me when I look good. And I just want to be real, and I want to be authentic, and I want to be relatable. And a lot of the people that are going to relate to me are going to be the 30-year-old, 40-year-old moms that do not have it together. And I want them to know I don't have it together. And I want them to still see I'm being successful and making really good money and also not looking perfect all the time. But if you're not going to be somebody that's really good at in-person events and vendor events and being in person talking about Monat, if you don't feel like you're that girl, you can do and still be successful and do all of this on the phone and through social media. You really have to decide whether or not you're going to use your personal Facebook, or if you're going to do like a group page or, a group versus a page in Facebook. And we can talk about all of that, all the details of that later. But I do recommend just being active on social media in general and Instagram, going live as well. Business expenses. You do not have to purchase anything to be successful with Monat. If you do decide you want to spend money, I do have a few tips in here on what I would recommend. If you're going to spend money, spend it on these few things, and I can help work those through with you, and Jamie can help you with that as well. But these are not things that are mandatory by any means. If you don't want to do an in-person party or anything like that, I have all the templates for online parties. I can share all that with you. Again, I'm here. I've done all the work. I have all the knowledge. Let me just give you this stuff. Do not feel like you have to recreate the wheel. A few more details. So with a VIP membership or being a market partner, with every qualifying order is for a VIP $84 in product. As a market partner, $69 in product. You get a free product every order. That only free product changes every month. And sometimes it's products that are exclusive that month, that you can never get again until they offer it again. And that's just kind of a perk of being a VIP. Sometimes it's it's something new that they're launching. Like they just launched a flexible hold gel, and you could only get it as an only for you product last month. It's not available for order. So people bought multiple purchases and several purchases just to get like several bottles of this flexible hold gel. So that's always something that you can use to your advantage to make a sell too, is if there's something that's free that month that they don't have to pay for. And these only for you products, they're not just samples. They're not little like 1 ounce samples. They are full 6, 8 ounce bottles, which is amazing. Flex ships are not the same as auto ship. So as long as people will automatically say, I don't want to be enrolled in anything. I don't want to have an automatic monthly membership to anything. Monat does not do that. So we can help educate them on that as well. A huge selling thing that I do is the referral bonus. So anybody that I sign up, I save the referral link. And I use something called Trello, which I can share my Trello with you. And that's how I keep track of all of my customers and who needs to be onboarded. If they go through hair detox, all of that stuff, I'll actually open it up and show you. But the friend referral bonus, so if somebody signs up, I save their link, and that way I can, for the friend referral bonus, it's called a give 20, get 20. So basically what that means is, say I sign up Rebecca and I get her as a VIP and I say, Rebecca, send me your referral link. So I'll save that link. And then I have Natalie over here that wants to sign up, and I say, hey, I know it costs $20 to sign up as a VIP. I'm going to put a coupon in there where you get $20 off your next order. So basically that VIP fee is on me. And what that does is she signs up, she gets a $20 coupon off her next order, and then Rebecca gets a $20 coupon off of her next order. And so Rebecca's happy, Natalie's happy, and you just got an extra sell. So I keep the friend referral bonus, and I also tell my VIPs, use your referral bonus. Like, get your friends to use it. It's unlimited. You get $20. You can use it as many times as you want. So as soon as Trello opens, I'll show you what that looks like. Flash sales, they are random and often on the weekends. They usually come around holidays, like it's Father's Day. I'd expect one to come out. We just had the men's line go on special, but now that Father's Day is this weekend, I expect there to be some sort of special Father's Day deal coming up. But they're unpredictable. I don't know when they're coming. You're not going to know. You just have to check your emails or check Facebook and see what people are posting about and share it as well. Mix and match discount, like anytime you mix and match things, if you do a shampoo, conditioner, and a styling product, they usually give you an extra 15% off. Again, Monat is really good about making sure that people are saving all the time. And that's going to be a big one too, is people are going to say, I cannot afford your product. Okay. Yes, you can, because I actually have a picture of a breakdown I like to send people, and I can send it to you. It breaks down Monat versus Pantene, and how much they cost up front, how much of the product is concentrated versus water, how much you have to use in a wash, and how much it breaks down to be a month. Monat is actually cheaper than your store-bought shampoo and way higher quality. So it is a little bit more upfront. But it's super concentrated. And so when you tell people like this is going to last you 3 to 6 months, then they can kind of understand why it costs a little bit more upfront. So there's going to be a lot of other things that you guys can read, like what the difference between a career title is, paid as title. The basic of that is every month you start over, which can be super frustrating and daunting. Like I know Jamie last month, she double ranked in 3 weeks. And so she got to this really high rank, got a lot of bonuses, and then month end comes, new month starts, and then she's back down to zero. It does not matter if you make $1 million with this company or you are just starting. Everybody starts off at zero. The key to that is onboarding your customers, making sure they know how to use the product, being available to answer questions, which you can do that for via text message, Facebook Messenger in your own time. Don't feel like you have to jump every time you get a message. Like you can designate certain times where you're available. If you're not available, use me. I know more about the product than you do at this point. I have more free time. I could be quicker with suggestions. If you're thinking like, I really want to do this and I know I have a lot of people that would be interested in it, I just don't know if I have enough time to manage people, sign them up and send them over to me. Let me manage them. Like, do not let time be what keeps you from doing this business. But let me help you get paid, because when you get paid, I get paid. So you're not stressing me out by giving me business, by asking me to help you out. That gets me paid. So let me help you. Um, Ultimately, our team is amazing. We're not competitive in any way. We get paid 5 times a month. We get paid every Friday. My first paycheck was like $15. I was like, woo, $15. I had a $1,200 paycheck last month. And then you get bonuses every 15th. So getting paid 5 times a month, I mean, $15 a week, that's awesome. I mean, would an extra $50 help you out? Would an extra $1,200 help you out? The compensation plan is a little bit tedious and hard to explain, and I don't expect you to even try to get it. When you are in your own office, see, like this month is really slow for everybody. I am getting paid as a market builder, but every month we start back over at a market partner. And this is telling me I don't have any active lines right now. I've barely made any sort of sales. My personal volume is I have either purchased or have VIPs purchasing $208 worth of product. And then GV is my group volume. So that's basically like me and Jamie, and her VIPs purchasing 400. So this tells you exactly where you're at and what you need to get. When it comes to that. So don't worry about all the details on like the compensation. If you're making 3%, 5%, 10% off the sales, all of that will come with time. There's also a really good breakdown in here between the differences between retail, VIP, and market partner when you want to start to learn that. It also tells you how to make an elevator speech. So, if somebody, I always recommend talk about being a shampoo dealer all the time. I recently was hanging out with my Monat friend, and somebody asked her, what do you do for work? And she said, I am a medical assistant. And I was like, no, you're a shampoo dealer. They asked me what I do for work. I sell shampoo. Medical assistant, cool. Don't really want to know about that. Shampoo, what kind of shampoo do you sell? That's a conversation starter. I wrote down on a form that I was filling out to get a bid on like house painters. What do you do for work? And I said, shampoo dealer. Oh, really? What kind of shampoo do you sell? My wife is dealing with hair loss. Do you think you could help her out? Absolutely. Here's my card. She's now my VIP. Nobody really is invested if you're like a waitress or, you work in an office or you're a student. Cool. Like they're going to make small talk with you. But if you say, I'm a shampoo dealer, what the hell's a shampoo dealer? Like, tell me more about that. That's cool. So having a quick little what is Monat in the back of your head, I kept mine in my phone notes for a while and just kind of like would practice it. So when people said, what do you do? What's a shampoo dealer? I kind of knew what I would say. And we call this your elevator speech. If you get stuck in an elevator with somebody and they want to know what Monat is, what are you going to tell them? So I always like to tell people I sell naturally based luxury hair care shampoo for all hair types. I love asking people, what do you use for shampoo? Most of the time they're going to tell me something and they're going to either say, I buy whatever's on sale. I buy what my husband has in the shower. I buy whatever my stylist recommends. And then I like to follow that up with, do you like it? If they say yes, great. Smile, say that's amazing. Most people don't. That's really cool. You're probably not going to change their mind. If they're happy with their shampoo, they're not going to switch over to something else. Why would they? 9 out of 10 people tell me, no, they don't like it. And when I tell them about Monat and what it can do, I'm always giving out my card and most of the time making a sell off of that. So having a very quick, thing to say about Monat and what it is and what you can do for them is amazing. Product suggestions. So anybody that's interested in your product, have them fill out the hair quiz. I already told you this. They're going to fill out their hair quiz, screenshot me the results. I'm going to help you make product recommendations until you really get comfortable on what the products are, what they're best used for, how to mix and match, and make those recommendations. If I'm not available, Jamie's available. There's always going to be someone available. That was the most difficult part for me, is kind of learning what to tell people to use and how to use it. So when you start noticing that you're telling people the same thing, keep it in your phone so you can constantly, like, you get a question, send them a text, and you've got it all ready. Work smarter, not harder. In here, I do give you my templates on what I do tell people if I am going to give them a sample. Remember, I'm very stingy with samples. Nothing life-changing is going to happen with the sample, so you have to be really special to get a sample. I also give you my outline of what I call a power hour. My team uses this. We try to dedicate an hour a day to Monat to be successful. You do not have to do an hour a day. I don't do an hour a day, and I made $2,000 last month. I work Monat in the morning when I'm in bed, getting up in the morning while I'm hitting snooze, in the bathroom when I am going pee, when I'm cooking dinner, when I'm sitting with the family, again, winding down for bed, and I do stuff on social media. I fit it into the nooks and crannies of my life, and I am successful. If you find yourself ever mindlessly scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, you have time for this. If you wanted to be a little bit more focused, maybe this will come with time. You can use this template if you needed to, if you like had a really big goal, where my goal is I want my Cadillac by Christmas. So I say hashtag Caddy by Christmas. So I might be a little bit more intentional with my hour, and I can use this as my, kind of what to do. I've really painted you a very clear picture of how you can be successful with this. So no excuses. I talk about taxes, and I can help you with that as well. Like, write off as much stuff as you can. And I'm telling you exactly what you can write off. What are write-offs? Keep receipts for everything. There's so much that can be written off. And then to finish up this document, I just give you some tips and tricks on these are things that you can post about, or just little things to know about, like Monat, like with the lids and why they have little holes in the top and stuff like that. So that is my 19 pages of documents. Lastly, I'm going to show you my Trello board if it opens. So I keep, and I will give this to you as soon as you tell me you're interested. I give you all my templates. So anybody that is interested in Monat, I have a board for it. So if somebody's interested and they fill out the hair quiz, they go here. Oh, my battery's running low. If somebody purchases and they need onboarding, they go here. Once they're onboarded, they go there. So as soon as they say they're interested, I click on here, and then I have a template that I use. And this is a template for everybody. It has their personal information, and it has all of the template emails that I use. And this tells you what to say. I have 5 different emails that you send them. You check it off when you send it to them. I literally tell you what to do and when to do it and how to do it. This is so easy for you guys. Like, I do it all for you. As soon as they are onboarded and they've got all the information, so she's interested. Okay, I'm going to give her a sample or talk to her, have her fill out her hair quiz. As soon as she has filled out her hair quiz, I'm going to move her to she has purchased. And so as soon as she has purchased, I'm going to send her all of those onboarding emails. And as soon as she is onboarded, I'm going to put her in a board that says has onboarded. She's a VIP, she's onboarded. And then my VIPs, I keep them happy by, checking in with them maybe once every quarter. I send them, a card maybe at their birthday, like whatever effort you want to put into them, you don't have to. And then I also I have all the information once you start getting a team, what to do for them, how to onboard them, and going on from there. So you guys, a lot of information. I hope that was helpful. That's just the beginning. Message me if you have any questions. I want to help you out. I know you can be successful, and I can help you do everything. So check in with me. All right, let's make some money.